To the new. When you drive a Chevy, it's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
And welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, presented by Lyon & Labor's Local 663. Lyon & Labor's Local 663 reminds us to drive safely in all work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. Here we are, Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week, and we go to Class 3 Girls State Champions, Fairgrove Lady Eagles, and head coach Gary Greene. And Coach Greene, hey, thanks for setting this up. I know you guys are on spring break, but any opportunity to get you guys out there and talk about the season, we appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. We're glad to be here. Better than not being here, huh?
You bet. Well, Coach, just from your standpoint, you come in, you take over this year, your first year, kind of put a bow on the season for you just as a first-year head coach there at Fairgrove.
Well, I mean, look at those two smiling faces there. I had a whole bunch of those, and that's for me. That's what it's all about. I have went back and watched the end of the game multiple times, and I've watched each kid's reaction. That's my favorite part, you know.
Was there a point during the season? I know you played a tough schedule, maybe as tough a schedule as anyone in Class 3 girls basketball. Was there a point in the season where you really feel like you kind of turned that corner? A new coach coming in, there's new terminology. There wasn't a lot to change, but maybe where they finally started maybe understanding the new terminology, and obviously they're great athletes. But at what point in the season did you feel like they kind of got all that under control?
I would say that the Nixa game and the Nixa tournament, we just we'd had a tough loss against Marshfield and had to turn around and play the host school on their floor in a third-place game, which, in all honesty, nobody really likes third-place games. But there was just a moment in that game where we kind of talked about, hey, we're blue-collar kids, so we've been doing blue-collar stuff this whole game, and so let's go grind it out and try to win. And they did that, and had a chance to win it in regulation, got a shot blocked, and then had every reason to come out in the overtime and just and maybe not finish. But we scored the first 4 points, and just to me that was the point in the season I thought where things I thought, okay, we got something special here, and we knew we had something special, but felt like, hey, we got a really good chance to run this back.
And we visited, right prior to the Final Four, but kind of take us through that with St. Pius Festus, or St. Pius X out of Festus, 47-19. Then you go into an El Dorado Springs team that was 28-3 coming in, who you were very familiar with, and I think that kind of played its way out in the championship game where you guys scored 14 points in the first quarter and then 19 in the remaining 3 quarters kind of to hang on. Talk about that game.
Well, I mean, I don't think in either game we played particularly clean. You've got a bigger floor. We stepped out of bounds 2 or 3 times because I think the way they had the floor marked, we didn't shoot it particularly well. Of course, it's unlike any background we've shot at all year. And so I always knew that was an issue in those games in those big arenas. So it's why I've always felt like, let's defend well and take our chances. And so that's something that we did really well up there. I think we averaged in the 2 games, the opponents averaged 23 points per game in the Final Four. So, I mean, when you do that, you give yourself a chance to win. So in the Eldo game, it was just, for me, it was just 2 teams that were just grinding it out. Really, really good defensive teams. They're good at what they do, and we're good at what we do. And so you have both teams just really struggling to score, which I love that kind of game. I'm sure the fans didn't, but I love it.
Well, and it's very difficult. You played this team last year in the state championship. That was the 3rd time you played them this year, so both teams just very familiar with each other, and that had to be a struggle for both teams.
Yeah, and I think the thing for them is they're very disciplined in what they do. And so they're gonna keep trying to get the looks that they want to get out of that dribble drive, and so we were able to not give those easy looks to them, and so they will just keep working until they get it, and I think they just ran out of time. We just did a really good job of taking away the options that they were looking for.
Got two young ladies alongside in different locations. Allison Finley, Ashton Bell. Ashton is actually in a vehicle as well, I believe, and Allison is comfortable, I believe, at home. But talk, Coach. Introduce whoever you want to start with, and tell us a little bit about them.
Well, I got senior Allison Finley there on the left, and she's wearing her jewelry. You want to show? Yeah, there you go. She gets to
volleyball and basketball.
Allison. Now look, we got to take some time here. Allison she's an influencer. Is that the right word, Allie?
Sure. Yeah, we'll say that.
Allie has social media, so you need to go follow Allie on social media.
And then on the right, YouTube.
There you go. On the right down there is Ashton Bell, who's looking happy and smiley on her way to somewhere on vacation. So Ashton was
on the way to Florida.
Ashton was just named All-State today, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Ashton, we'll start with Ashton since you're in a vehicle in case maybe a signal goes away. But first off, where are you again? Are you in Florida?
We're on the way to Florida.
Or Mississippi.
Mississippi right now.
Okay. Ashton, tell us a little bit about, from your point of view, just this season, kind of put a bow on it, and obviously you had goals coming into it. Talk about some of those goals, and maybe personal team goals, but put a bow on this season from your point of view being a senior.
She's a junior.
I'm a junior.
Okay. My apologies.
Oh, you're good. So, obviously there was like changes this season, but we couldn't let that affect us. We wanted to make it to state again. So we kind of just had to last year. From last year to this year, we had more like experience, definitely, and a new coach, and he did amazing. And we struggled a little bit first, but we got like near the end, definitely the plays and stuff, and just the chemistry, it was still there. He fit in perfectly, and yeah, just to win state again. So we got there. It was fun. It was a fun time.
Yeah. As you look back on the season, Ashton, was there a point where you thought, and it may have been at the beginning of the season, coming off of a state title a year ago, was there a point where you kind of thought, hey, we've got a chance to make another run here?
Definitely the Nixa game, like he said. We had a ton of adrenaline in that game. We all played as a team. Our ball movement was there. Everything was like put together at that point. And then I feel like grew as a whole.
Yeah. Well, Ashton, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being part of the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week, and congratulations on back-to-back state championships. And, Coach, tell us a little bit about Allison. I think Ashton may be in Mississippi where they're not getting a good signal, but tell us a little bit about Allison Finley.
Allison Finley is as much fun to be around as you can have. She's a great volleyball player. She's going to go play volleyball in college, I believe. Yeah. And Allie is, I'd say volleyball is her best sport, maybe. I don't know. She had a really good year for us in basketball. She's a great defender. We brought her. She came off the bench, and let me just. Here's what makes Allie great. We had Hannah Maxwell went down with a broken leg in the district championship, and so before the sectional game, I went to Allie and Emma, and I said, one of you guys got to move into that starting spot. And both of those kids said the same thing. We don't care. We just want to win. Mm-hmm. And so, a lot of kids would be, they wouldn't have that attitude of, whatever's best for the team. But that's what Allie Finley. That's who she is. That's who all these kids are, to be honest with you. But she was the biggest cheerleader. I don't think I ever seen her have a frown on her face. I don't think she's ever been down. She works hard. She plays hard. She competes hard. She made it a lot of fun, and I'm gonna really miss her. I hate that I only got 1 year with her.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna miss you.
All right, Allison. Kind of. Now you are a senior, so I messed
I
that
am.
up. But kind of put a bow on this season, being a senior year, being able to go out on top and get that. I guess would be the third ring.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. My hand's getting kind of heavy now that I think about it now. But uh, going into this season, my main focus was just to have fun and bring a lot of energy and just really be in the moment. And that's why I'm just so thankful for Coach. He didn't really just bombard us with a lot of plays. He just let us do our thing. He trusted us with our knowledge, and we still did plays and we still ran sets, but I just like that he really, we worked on our fundamentals, and he let us play our game, and it was just fun. We could relax and just play with each other, and that was really nice, and I just loved it, and it just made season so fun. And I loved practices where I don't know, I just always enjoyed them. They were just a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss it, but it's been a great season. So yeah.
Allison, if you could get in a time machine and go back to your 8th grade year and give yourself as an 8th grader some advice based on what you know now, senior, what advice would you give yourself back in the 8th grade?
I would tell myself that being uncomfortable means that you're growing, and it's a good thing. And like being in hard positions where there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of eyes on you, where you're put in the game to make a play and execute. That's a good thing. That means that you're growing and you want that. So that's what I would tell myself.
And I'm gonna ask both you. Oh,
What?
I said that is deep. That is awesome.
And I'm going to ask both of you, Ashton and Allison, this question. I'll start with Allison. When the buzzer sounded and you knew you had won, who was the first person that you looked for?
I don't know if I looked for a specific person. I think I just ran to like the whole team. Like everybody was just coming together. I think I hugged Quincy first.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't even remember. It all just happened so fast. But I just remember running, flying on the floor, hugging everybody. It was great.
When you get back to your phones or your phone, who was the first text that you saw? Who was the first congratulatory text?
My volleyball coach.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, she just told us that like she was so proud of us, and it was really sweet. Yeah, she was the first one who texted us. Yeah.
All right. Ashton, who was the first person you got to when the buzzer went off?
So me and Brooke ran into each other last year.
Yeah, you're kind of fading in and out there, but anyhow, Coach, who was the first person you heard from when you got back to your phone?
Well, when I got on the bus, I had 76 text messages. It took me, I think we were to Jeff City before I got them all responded to. And I would have to go back and look, because I really don't know who the first person was, to be honest with you. It may have been Coach Peck. Allie was talking about our volleyball coach. It may have been Coach Peck. She sent me a really nice message. She was great this year. She was awesome, very supportive.
She really was.
She wanted us to win just as bad as she wanted to win, and so she was awesome. I think Ashton's back. I'd like to hear from her if she can.
Yes, I'm back.
You
texted me first.
We didn't hear from you a while ago.
Okay, Coach Peck also was the first one that texted me after. So, That was nice. Did you hear the
And
part where I said that I ran to Brooke?
yeah, you talked about Brooke, but I think Abby tackled somebody, but I didn't know if it was you or Shay. I couldn't tell.
I think it was Shay, yeah. We didn't get a
I'd
picture
hate
of
to get
Huggins,
hit.
though. We got to get that quick.
I'd hate to get hit by Abby.
Yeah.
Very
Too.
nice. Well, again, coach and ladies, congratulations on a back-to-back state championship. And I know Ashton will be around next year, maybe trying to go for 3 in a row. And Allison will be at playing volleyball at the college level. But ladies, congratulations on being part of the Chef Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week, presented by the Missouri State Highway Patrol.
Thank you.
You bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. You guys be safe. Be safe out there. God bless, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. See ya.
Man.